Good morning. Hey guys, it's Nina and I'm back with you today with my February book haul. I was fortunate enough to go to Ollie's, my favorite store like ever, this weekend, and I got a pretty good haul of books. I got 18 books to show you today. For those of you who don't know, Ollie's is a very cheap store. It's an outlet store. You can buy books for like $2 and they're really good books. Let's get into it. The first book I have is We Are All Molecules by Susan Nielsen. I saw this book somewhere on BookTube. I can't remember who I saw it on, but this is, I think it's like a middle grade novel. It deals with this boy named Stuart who is 13 years old and this girl named Ashley who is 14, and their families move in together, and these two teenagers are complete opposites of each other. Ashley is afraid that Stuart is going to ruin her reputation in school, and you know, she's one of the popular kids. But then she realizes, like, we're all human, you know, we're all made up of molecules. So I think it's supposed to be like a sweet, like, coming of age story, so yeah. Next I have Poor Little Dead Girls by Lizzie Friend. This is a story about a girl who gets kidnapped, but it ends up just being for like a sorority kind of deal. And so it deals with sororities and all that fun, but weird stuff starts happening and some suspicious things. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Next I have How We Fall by Kate Browning, and this is an autographed copy. That's the only reason I really picked it up. And the cover is kind of cool, so yeah. It is about a girl whose best friend goes missing and they think is murdered, and so she goes in this downward spiral in life and she ends up falling in love with her cousin. Which sounds kind of weird to me, but you know what? I'm all into weird, so I'm going to give it a try. Next I have 3 different Wonder stories in this book. I have not read Wonder, so I don't really know what these are going to be about, but a lot of people like Wonder, so I figured I might as well pick this up while I saw it for cheap, because if I read Wonder and love it, then I definitely want to pick this up. Next I have The Tyrant's Daughter by J.C. Carlson. This is about a teenage girl whose father is dead and who is a dictator, and American newspapers are calling him a dictator, and she has to deal with all of that. And yeah, I'm not very good at synopsises, so I'm very sorry if you want to know more about these books. I suggest looking at the Goodreads synopsis or something, because I suck at like explaining them. Next I have Teardrop by Lauren Kate. I believe this is a standalone, but I'm not quite sure. I know that she wrote the Fallen series, and that was very popular. A lot of people hated it, but some loved it, so I figured I would give this a try, and if I like this, maybe I'll read the Fallen series. This is about a girl who keeps getting told that she's in danger, and this mysterious boy keeps popping up, and you know, they have their own secrets and their own agendas, and I have no idea. I have no idea, really. I like to go into books blind a lot of the time, so like I don't want to read and go in depth with the synopsis because I don't want to know. This book deals with a girl who lives in 2063, and climate change has forced them to move. So the government's having everybody move from this time, and I think they get transported back in time to 1985. Really don't know, but she starts having visions, and I don't know, the cover looks cool, and like, yeah. And next I have We'll Never Be Apart by somebody, I can't pronounce their name. This is about a girl who fell in love with a boy, and the boy got murdered by her sister, and so now she wants revenge on her sister, and she's in this mental hospital, and she finds out her sister's in the same mental hospital, but there's more secrets to uncover, and yeah, I don't know, it sounded really awesome. Like, I don't know, this looks awesome, and it's short, so yay, and the cover just looked badass. Next I have This Raging Sea and Undertow by Michael Buckley. I'm not quite sure what these are about. I think like these aliens come into the world and a lot of people view them as somebody's trying to like take over or something. But they're like running away from a different enemy. I really don't know, but I think this is going to be full of action, just like telling from these covers. Next I have a pretty popular book, The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adhere. I don't know how you say her name. I suck, I'm sorry. This is a retelling of a Thousand Nights or something like that, and this king keeps marrying women, but then they like die the next day or something, and her best friend was one of these women, so now she wants revenge for her best friend, and she's the next wife, so it kind of seems like she might be the next one to die, but I guess it takes a twist or something. I don't know. Next I have Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. I really wasn't interested in this, but I've heard so much about Brandon Sanderson's books, so I decided to pick this up. It is part of a series, but it is book 1, so maybe I'll read it. I'm not quite sure what this is about. This boy wants to get revenge on Steelheart, and yeah. Now That You're Here by Amy K. Nichols. So this girl's with a girl who's very smart in science and a boy who is a graffiti artist, but he somehow goes into a parallel universe where his friends aren't his friends and his parents are dead. And I think he's trying to get back to his own world, so he finds the girl who's really good at science and asks for her help. Next I have Chaos by Lainey Gross. I think this deals with like some alien sort of person who comes to the planet and they fall in love, and then like his sister is a party animal and she falls in love too. I'm really not sure. I just like the cover. Next I have The Last Days by Scott Westerfield. This is part of a series and it's not even the first book. I only picked this up because I've read a couple of Scott Westerfield's books and I liked them and enjoyed them, so I wanted this. I really don't know what this is about since it's not the first book and I don't want to read anything on the synopsis because of that. Next I have Who Are You Really by Margot Kelly. This deals with a girl who's been really into cosplaying online, and so she and this boy get a connection and they want to meet up, but she's kind of frightened to meet up with somebody she doesn't know, and he's obsessed with death and everything. And he's saying that if she truly loves him, you know, they need to meet up and everything. Next, I have The Sacred Lies of Minnow Bly by Stephanie Oakes. I was kind of intrigued by this cover, but I was like, this probably isn't going to be something I like. But I read the synopsis and oh my gosh, it sounds kick-ass. It's about this girl who was part of a cult, raised her whole life in this, and was told to believe certain things. But the prophet dies, and she ends up in juvenile detention, and they believe that she knows more than she's saying, and she has to like unlearn all the things that she's been told to believe all her life. And she could get her freedom if she speaks up and confronts what happens in her life and everything. I don't know. This sounds really awesome. The last one I have is The Midnight Dress by Karen Foxley. I believe this is about a girl who wants to go to a dance, but she can't afford the dress, so she makes it herself. And yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a cool little contemporary book, but the cover looks like really awesome. It doesn't seem like a contemporary, but I don't know. Okay, so after I recorded that book haul for y'all, I got a book in the mail. So I won a giveaway, and I received Rebels Like Us by Liz Reinhardt, which I don't quite know about because I did not care to read the synopsis before hitting the play button on this camera. So yeah, I just wanted to include this in the haul, and so yeah. Okay, that is all for my February book haul. I hope you enjoyed those books. If you've read any of them, let me know what you think about them, and if I should pick them up right away, or they were okay. Let me know. Have a wonderful day. Bye.